I make an LZ 2300 block of Virginia Avenue, rendezvous 2 minutes.
Black Widow comes in with a flying front kick and then goes into a modified acrobatic takedown using the cable to choke him instead. Now, logistically, that wouldn't work exactly because it's an axe kick, an ankle kick, tornado kick, and catches the kick and then rolls in and does a spinning back fist. And then the two of Texas switch right here. Hey, friends. John here, and welcome back to The Martial Actor, where I, your favorite black belt, react to all your favorite fight scenes from TV shows and movies. Today, I'll be reacting to Black Widow in Captain America: The Winter Soldier. If you like what you see, hit that like and subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and let's dive right in.
What about the nurse that lives across the hall from you? She seems kind of nice.
I love this exchange. It really shows their relationship, and it also brings a levity and a lightness to the scene, which juxtaposes really nicely with the seriousness of the fight. Black Widow starts off really strong here, and I really like it when women use their sexiness as a tool in fights. I think it's really fun to see. And this rappel is really cool. Rappels are usually pretty easy and safe to do in film, and they bring an extra dynamic element that you don't usually get to see, especially with the camera tracking down and also from the bottom up perspective. It looks really good. And I loved the shot. The fact that she was totally silent when she landed shows how much of an elite combatant she is. Plus, with the fact that she totally breaks her cover before she knocks that guy out, just shows a level of confidence that is super badass. I also really loved this stunt right here. The choke into the midair kip up. The reason that they broke that up into two shots is because that move is really technically difficult to do, but it still looked really great. There's some parkour right here. That's a side vault into a forward roll, and that stunt wasn't practical. That car was actually coming at that stunt woman as she did a forward roll out of the way. Stunts like that are super underappreciated, but they're so cool. And I remember when I first saw this, I was really surprised that she swan dived off of the cement railing. I thought she was gonna try to do a forward roll out of it, but it makes much more sense that she would use the grappling hook, which was cool. I also want to bring up this shot. This shows a level of situational awareness that a lot of fighters don't have. Especially when you have adrenaline pumping and you're in the middle of a fight, it's really easy to get tunnel vision and forget about what's going on around you. And the fact that she didn't and was able to observe that minute detail in order to twist the fight in her favor shows just how much of an experienced combatant Black Widow really is. I also really enjoyed this shot, which brings up another interesting concept I want to talk about. When you see a fight between two very high-level participants, a lot of it is about finding or creating an opening that one person can use to manipulate the other. So a lot of times that's done by trying out different sequences of moves or observing your opponent's patterns of behavior or trying to find tells. But that concept is illustrated really well here with the cell phone and the explosion.
Rendezvous 2 minutes.
Black Widow comes in with a flying front kick and then goes into a modified acrobatic takedown using the cable to choke him instead. Now, logistically, that wouldn't work exactly because her left thigh was in between the cable and his neck, so it wouldn't actually be able to choke him, but it looked super great. And now she is repositioning. I think that this is also a really cool concept to talk about. Positioning can mean a lot in fights, especially when you're outside of a ring or a designated area. And so taking the time to disengage and re-engage in a more favorable position for you is another very high level concept that they're showing here. And Steve comes in to save the day, and I've actually already reacted to this fight. It was one of my very first reacts, so go easy on it. But if you want to check it out, I'll include the link here. This is another example of how using really quick cuts can hide potential inefficiencies actors may have during fight scenes. Each of these strikes has its own dedicated cuts. Some of them are even cut into two, but the clip looked great. The actress playing that woman must be in her 50s, maybe even her 60s, but I think her and the double did a really great job.
Did I step on your moment?
If you like what you saw, hit that like and subscribe. If you want to check out more of my content, come join us over at TikTok or come join my Discord. Both links in the description below. And that's all I've got for you today. So take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I'll see you next time. And then I was really surprised when she swan. And then I was really surprised when she swan dived. And I was really surprised when she swan dived off. When she swan dived.